Happy Thanksgiving 2022. It's so nice to see you all again, and our families will gather from all over, which is really very nice. My sidekick right here is Blaine Bringhurst, who is the new president of the Price Chopper Market 32 company. Blaine, it's great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
And join us as we carve a turkey. This is all about not only carving a turkey, but how do you serve a turkey for the holidays. And we've done a platter here already, and what we do is we take off the drums and the wings, and that's the bone part of the platter. And then we take off the thigh meat, and we put all the dark meat, because all the dark meat comes from the thigh, and we slice that up separately because people who like dark want to go in one place, so it's all there. Then we take off, there are two breasts, and we take off both breasts, slice them, and put them on either side. And we picked up a little trick a couple years ago, and we put our stuffing right down the middle, and there's our platter. And we're going to show you how to do it, and Blaine's going to bring in some items, and we'll talk as we go. Important, we have a pop-up timer. They go off at 160, 65 degrees. Take it out of the oven and let it cool for an hour. It's very important that you use a thermometer or a regular thermometer in the thigh. You don't ever want to overcook a turkey. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the wing, and that's the first step. And so we've got it here, and we'll just cut it, and there we put that on the platter. And then the next thing we do is we're going to take off the thigh, and we're going to take off the drumstick together. And we're going to use them because there's a little bone in here, and if you just get it at the right spot, see there's a little bone right here that just pops right off of there, and if you get it right, it'll come right off. Now we use the drumstick as a handle so that we can cut off the dark meat, and this is where all the dark meat is on the thigh. And this handle is really very handy. It makes it very easy and much safer. Because if you cut the bone off and have to deal with it, you got a lot of little things to use. And then we just crack it a little bit and separate it. Take off if we have any left. And I do both sides because there's two sides exactly the same. And we clean off that bone, and we have all our dark meat. And I have my little bone pot over here. The next step we do is we take the dark meat and we slice it up. And we're going to put all the dark meat, Blaine, we're going to put that on the other side of the platter. And I try to do both thighs together. I take them both off together and do it. And I've got this really handy little tool, if you've never used it. Well, it's this one right here. Yeah, that's for lifting, right? But I've got this really handy tool for putting stuff on a platter. Look how easy this is. And we put all the dark meat on the left side of the platter. And it just picks up so very nicely and so very easily. And then the drum goes over here with the wing, and this is what I call the bone part of the platter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the breast. And on the side here, I cut a turkey earlier, and what I do is I take a knife, just down, there's a bone right in the middle. This is called the keel bone. And I just put a knife in there just to slice it a little bit. And then what I do is I cut in just, Blaine, you can see this, just above the wing. And what I do is I carve the knife like this. Whoop, don't want to cut myself. And you follow the bones all the way up and can take off the breast all in one piece. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my knife right here, and I'm going to carve in just above the wing, and I'm going to do just what I did there. I'm going to follow it all the way up, and if you do, the bone structure will guide you so that you don't cut yourself, hopefully, and that you can get the whole breast off all in one nice piece, just like that. See how we took that off?
Looks like having the right tools is really important.
Oh, sharp knives, very, very important, very important. Now, there's two ways you can slice the breast. One way is you can slice it like a roast and slice it, get small pieces like this. Another way, and I do it both ways. I do one breast the way I just showed you, and the other way I'll do it is like this. So I'll get what we traditionally like are the longer slices. When you try to cut a turkey and cut it off while the bone is there on the turkey. It's very hard, and you really don't get very good pieces. So then I go back and I get my beautiful spatula, and we put on one side, and then on the other side we've done it the other way, short way, and we put that part of it over here, and we will have put both breasts on one side, and we'll take off the other one and put that on the other side. Then another nice trick we have for the stuffing is we make it in advance. Some people like to put it in the turkey. Some people like to do that. Some people would rather cook the stuffing separately. So then what we do is we put the stuffing right in the middle between both sides of the breasts, and it really helps make for a beautiful platter. Another trick too is what we call the white meat drumstick, and that's the edge of the of the wing bone, and the white meat here is really very good. And if you get the joints, and I'm having a little non-success here at the moment, but we'll solve that momentarily. And we have some very nice white meat, and what I do usually is I put the other, just like that, on the other side and do the same thing the other way, and then you can kind of clean up both sides and have your white meat on both sides here, the bones and the dark meat, and that basically is how you do your turkey.
So Neil, it's not too late to buy a frozen turkey, but if I bought a frozen turkey today on Monday,
You better get it in the refrigerator, because if it's 20 pounds, it's going to be 4 to 5 days. If it's 18 pounds, it's going to be 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
And if that isn't quite right, then you got to go to the old handy sink and the cool water to make sure that you can do it. And so that's really how we do our Thanksgiving serving. And each year, one of the things we do is we take off the wishbone. The wishbone comes off right over in here. And it's been an annual tradition that we all say a wish and wish for something really good. You ready?
I'm ready.
Blaine?
Yep.
All right. Blaine, president of Price Chopper. Ooh, that didn't break very easy. There we go. You got it. You're in. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.